Every day that goes by gets us closer to the return of our Lord Jesus Christ. We probably don't think about that day near as much as we should, but when we do, isn't it exciting? Paul speaks to this in Romans chapter 13, verses 11 through 14. He says in verse 11, "And do this, understanding the present time. The hour has come for you to wake up from your slumber, because our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed." Paul is talking here about our glorification, that day when Jesus returns from heaven and receives all the saints of God to himself, and we finally realize the fullness of God's promise and salvation. We shouldn't be lazy when it comes to looking towards this day. We need to wake up and anticipate that day as if it would be today. It says in verse 12, "So let us put aside the deeds of darkness and put on the armor of light." We should be living in such a way that when He does come back, Jesus would find us living a life of godliness and holiness and not thinking about how we might gratify the desires of the sinful nature, as He says in verse 14. As believers, we may look towards the soon return of Jesus Christ in a way that demonstrates that we are expecting Him and that we are ready and eager to go with Him to that place He has prepared for us, His children. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry.